Back now on the morning show, 7:25 this Wednesday. Water can illustrate what mercury does in a barometer. So the wise guy's making a splash this morning to explain this weather tool.
He's live at the Loomis Lab on the campus of the University of Illinois. Good morning, Mats. Tell us more.
Well, I'm making a mess here is what I'm really doing. But so if you've ever sat in a restaurant or something and played with a straw in a glass of water, you know that if you put the straw in the glass and you put your finger over the top and you pull the straw out, the water comes out with you. So it's just like this piece of hose I have in this little beaker. When I pull it out with my fingers across the top, you can see that the water comes with it. That's because it's being pushed up by atmospheric pressure. Now I'm going to do the 30-foot version of this right here. What I have is a very long hose inside this bucket, which I've already prepared. The hose is full of this blue liquid. It says water with some food coloring, and I put a clamp on the end so that there's no air at all in the top. And so now I'm just going to climb up the stairs, and we're just going to see that even though I keep going, after we reach the 30-foot mark or so, that the water stops rising. So I'm climbing the stairs now, and somehow I'm going to have to get around the cables. But I think I can do this. So far so good. As I'm coming up, you can see that the water is all the way to the top in this thing. So we haven't reached the 33-foot mark yet. So I'm going to go around. There we go. Now, as I go up higher, pretty soon I'm going to be at the 33 or so foot mark. And now you can see that the water is no longer all the way to the top of the pipe. It's starting to bubble up and go down. So it doesn't make it any higher than about here. That piece of blue tape, which is right here on the stairwell, is the 33-foot mark. So you can see that's about as high as you get. Now, so right now what's happening is the column of water is being pushed up by the atmospheric pressure. If the atmospheric pressure goes up and down, this column of water would also go up and down. And that's how a barometer works. Oops, I'm making a mess. And so basically, what you can do is you can think of this as comparing the weight of a column of air, which goes all the way to the top of the atmosphere, tens of thousands of feet, to a column of water, which you can, has about 30 feet to have the same weight, given the same, given the same area, or a column of mercury, which would be about 29 inches.
Okay, so we've got 15 pounds of pressure on every square inch of our body then.
That's right.
And you just graphically illustrated how, have 15 pounds of pressure, how high you can lift water. Why don't we feel that?
Well,
you don't
feel
in?
Well, basically because your body is not compressible. Your body is mostly made of solid stuff and liquid stuff. So the force pushing in on it is not able to make you any smaller because the stuff that you're made of cannot be squished anymore.
Okay, so if you climb a mountain, say, you doesn't have to be Mount Everest, you climb a mountain, the pressure around you is decreasing. Do you get fatter? I mean,
No, but there's an interesting experiment, and I've done this. If you start in Illinois with a bag of chips in your car, and you drive up to Colorado, let's say, where you're at a higher altitude and the atmospheric pressure is lower as you get higher into the atmosphere, what you find is that that bag of chips, if it's unopened, seems to inflate like a balloon. And so something that's been put together and sealed up at basically sea level, which is where we are, when you rise up to where the pressure is a bit lower, like up in the mountains, the pressure is lower and the pressure inside the bag is higher, and the bag looks like a balloon when you get there.
Matt, it helps me so much when you explain things in terms of stuff and potato chips. I am with you this morning.
So we've got enough holes in us that the pressure pretty much equalizes all the time. We're okay.
That's right. We're fine.
All right, good.
And so I was thinking, in honor of the World Series, we might have to do some kind of baseball thing next week. What do you guys think?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, looking forward to it. Matt, thanks for that, live from his lab this morning.
I'm just glad to find out that you don't get larger if you go higher up.
Yeah, that is a good thing, isn't it?
You have to have low pants and high pants.
If you have questions for Matt, you can send them in to the morning show at wcia.com. You can also check him out at wiseguy.net.
Coming up, we'll look at some changes that could affect your holiday travel. That's in today's Get Out of Town segment.
And people in Champaign